Welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. In the previous video we just decided that we will build Big Ben in London. Where else? This is the most appropriate place to build Big Ben. So I'm gonna place it in this tile here. I don't even need to place a pin for it. So bank finishes in London in one turn from now. And economics finish in one turn. So we're gonna start building Big Ben here next turn in London. Big Ben will double my treasury and give me one extra economic policy card, policy slot. Both of these bonuses are great. So what I'm gonna do until I get Big Ben built is that I'm gonna just save up my treasury as much as I can. Maybe I can reach like 5,000 gold. And then that means I will have 10,000 gold after I build Big Ben. So 5,000 gold like earned like instantly as a one-time bonus, and then like for the rest of the game one extra economic policy slot. That's great. I also decided that I will try to attempt to get this, what's it called? Oxford University in this location. That will be much harder though. Regensburg is not a developed city, it's not a mature city. And there are a bunch of stuff that Regensburg has to build before it can start building this Oxford University. Oxford University needs to be next to a camp, like science district, which has university in it. And Regensburg hasn't even started building its campus district yet. So we have some uphill there. I mean, and it's I looked at it, the wonder. It's not. This is not a important wonder for me. Most of my cities don't like most of my tech, my science doesn't come from like one single city. It comes from having loads of cities with loads big population. That being said, so it's not actually gonna be a huge science increase. I have a total of 129 science per turn right now, and I looked what would I get if I built it here in Magdeburg. Plus 20% science out of 13 science. That's like pathetic, right? Like 3 science per turn. Is this worth? Okay, it's worth a bunch of great scientist points, but yeah. Awards 2 randomly chosen free technologies when completed. That would be good if I didn't have all these boosted. But I'm basically boosting all my techs, and I even have like a whole era ahead of me boosted already. Talking about boosting, let's build these forts here so we can get that done. Here's the engineer, which will improve my capacity for building districts. Computers. Which one is that? This one. What? Adopt a government with 8 inherent policy slots. Did I get that now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, how did I get boost for computer there? Oh, maybe that gave like a random boost that engineer, by the way. Yeah, it did actually. I forgot to. I remember that now. That engineer also gave boost to computers. That means I could actually beeline computers if I wanted to. I'm not sure that I want to though. This is great. Plus 25 tourism across your empire. So computers is very important for a culture win. Also, flood barrier is great. Flood barrier will prevent the sea level to rise and destroy my coastal tiles. So I'm actually free to use CO2 emission generating buildings and not be affected by them. Um, yeah. Where do we go with this guy? Down there, I think. Did a little misclick there? Yeah, it goes to the correct tile. So, worker, you are now on reparation duty. So he removed that one. I think I'm gonna go down and take this, prepare for this city spot now. Or do I clear this campus district spot? Which one is more? I think it's gonna be fine to take the campus here. Um, yeah. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here maybe is that I'm gonna, rather than going through the mountain ranges, maybe I will just make a naval invasion here. Bombard Ren's city defenses, and then like land after that. Yeah, I'm gonna retreat with this guy. Um, so you go to the forest. I'm really curious. I'm gonna like almost fortify this coast here. Again, I'm gonna stagger this capturing of Philadelphia. Gonna let the bombard do the shooting, I think. Bombard goes to Philadelphia. These guys. Like maybe he goes over here as well. Magdeburg completed Renaissance walls. So we decided not to build Oxford University here. The question is, do I start building? We have 3 turns on urbanization. Uh, the next, like, do I continue building workers in Magdeburg? That's the question. Since I'm running out of stuff to build, I think I will. But the question is, what do I build on the remaining 3 turns? Do I start building a settler, or do I like do one of these projects? Here's the thing. I'm a little bit biased towards my cities. Well, I have a bias towards my capital city. Like I want this to prosper and be big and grow. And I also have a bias towards my city which produces my workers. Um, and I don't want this city to drop in size too much. So maybe I don't let him build settler. maybe I will use like one of these campus research grants, for example. Yeah. Campus research grants. Choose production in Washington. More stuff to repair, I think. So now it says 154 production in Aachen. Yeah. Pretty good. One interesting thing about the governors here, if I appoint the last governor, I will get a one-time era score boost. And I'm not really that keen on getting era score. I mean, I'm already in the golden age. So all the era score that I add from now on is gonna be wasted. I can't get more than golden age, and like, yeah. I'm actually gonna be careful with getting too much era score. If I get too much era score this era, I might get a problem. Like, I might not have that many opportunities to get era score in the next era. So it's actually a good idea to delay getting era score now, from now on. He wants peace. I wonder why. He should try to fight. He can win. They can still win. American can still win this war, right?
Economics is a subject.
Economics. Okay. Renew mission. So economics completed. What do we choose now? I think it's gonna be field cannons, ballistics. I want the field cannons for the boost, right? Sanitation, I usually don't build 2 neighborhoods for sanitation. I might do it this time. Yeah, here, Scorched Earth, 2 field cannons. So, ballistics it is then. Settler goes... We can't settle here. It's too much loyalty pressure. We can go south. We can settle this area, these tundra tiles, but I haven't really explored that yet. So let's not do that. Let's take this tile, this city here, or this city. Both make sense. Maybe it makes more sense to build this city here. We haven't decided on district placements for this city. What was the reason? Yeah, we need to cover this tile. This is also a reef. Let's think about the district placements for this city. This we need, yeah, we need to have it here for covering all the tiles. So it's gonna go here either way. I can't settle this city because there is antiquity site here. I mean, I could remove it with my what's it called? Anthropologist? No, the guy who digs in the earth. Ballistics boosted. Thank you. Ashen completed Renaissance Walls, Stock Exchange, or Theatre Square. Then we swap. So I get a tile and build Theatre Square. +4. It's gonna get +6 when this Hermitage is completed. Settler completed in Berlin. Stock Exchange. Banks completed. Big Ben. 15 turns. It could make sense to build it here. No, gonna build it here. If we're greedy, we could let the theater be in this spot afterwards. But then we're like destroying a good tile here. It's not. I mean, 2 food and 3 production is not that good. It's good in the early game, but in the late game, you can get that stuff much more cheap. I mean, for example, food. You get so much food from farm with Jason's bonus. And production mostly comes from my industry. Complete the harbor. Notice how now my amenities are like clearing up bit for bit. Water park, or bank, or harbor. Yeah, maybe the harbor. Watermill completed. Do I now purchase the tile, or am I greedy and wait for Big Ben to finish? Yeah, of course I am. Medieval walls, or a monument. Medieval walls. I'm gonna purchase the monument after I get the after I build Big Ben. I'm gonna go on a shopping spree after Big Ben is complete. City. And here we're gonna wait until the plus 20% bonus from taking cities is gonna be over, and then we're gonna take Philadelphia and end his misery. Imagine how much. Here is a crossbowman out in the ocean. Imagine how much production bonus I get from that government plaza building. Why did I move the bombard there? Does he stay in Köln? Or does he go more to Frankfurt? Repair them tiles. Okay. That it? Next turn. yeah, so like an interesting tactic is either to like to combat. So what happens if you emit too much CO2 into the atmosphere? Um, what happens then is eventually the sea level is gonna rise. So cities that are working tiles, either cities that are on the coast, or cities that are working tiles that are on the coast, will get severely punished. So now we chop this forest and we're gonna move Magnus from Regensburg. Gonna move Magnus. I mean, is it worth to move Magnus to Lübeck just for chopping one tile? Yes, it is, because efficiency. Um, just before we move Magnus, to make sure everything is fine. Yeah, it's safe to move Magnus. So we move Magnus to Lübeck. There we go. So it can actually be quite a disaster. We have one builder charges on this builder. Just gonna chill with him on the forest there. If you're not prepared for those rising sea levels, in fact, your civilization can be hit pretty hard if you have a lot of if you're depending on those coastal cities and coastal tiles. You could argue that all civilizations get hurt the same amount, so it's like it evens out, right? But there are a couple of ways to completely prevent or at least diminish the effect. And one of them is to build what is it called? Here, flood barrier. Protects coastal lowland tiles in this city from flooding. Initial build costs and per turn maintenance are variable based on the number of coastal lowlands in this city and the current sea level. If constructed after some of a city's tile has been flooded, those tiles can be repaired in full. Submerged tiles, however, are never recoverable. Must be built in a city with one or more coastal lowland tiles. Will not be pillaged if the city is captured. So what does lowland tiles mean? Let's see if we can see it here in London. No, we can't. Let's see if we can see it here in Dortmund. Köln. Settler view. Here. You see how these icons here. It says this is the first land that floods when sea levels rise. So sea levels gonna rise like in three levels, kind of. It can happen 3 times. The first time it happens, these tiles with the white icon or gray icon are affected. So these are first gonna be like they're gonna be flooded on the first, and then it's gonna happen again, and then these level 2 tiles are gonna be affected, and these are the gray ones are gonna be even more affected. So like, yeah, and then level 3 comes here. So if I build a city, for example here, and the sea levels rise, this city will be completely hampered and by that. And for example here, Mexico City has a bunch of pretty good tiles that have level 2 sea level. So what you can do here in Mexico City is you can build those flood barriers. And that completely stops the sea level rise. Mines, you're building stock exchange. Or are you building a settler? No, you're building stock exchange. Heidelberg completed campus. Now library. Commercial hub completed. So, do we purchase the market? We will do that after. I mean, gonna build the campus, right? There we go. Or no, it makes more sense to build the markets. You're gonna see why. Because this will last 14 turns, so it's gonna wait 14 turns until we start purchasing stuff. So we have 14 turns to complete this campus district. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, but having those, like, you want to build those flood barriers before the sea levels rise. So it's like a race against the time, the race against the clock, to build them. So it requires that you are fairly far in the tech tree. Urbanization completed, so now we can build neighborhoods, and we have this great military research policy card. What do we do now? Scorched Earth was this? No, this was not yet boosted. How far are we from radio? Radio's here. It's pretty far. We could brute force mass media. Cristo Redentor. Tourism output from relics and holy sites is not diminished by other civilizations who have researched the Enlightenment civic. Plus 100% tourism from seaside resources across your civilization must be built on hills. This is, I mean, the first part is not important for us because we don't have relics or holy sites. But seaside resorts can be a huge tourism income for us. Also, Broadway is great for us. I'm not sure that I will National Park. So National Park, yeah. Here, allows builders to plant woods. Tourism, receive tourism from walls. So maybe if I build, take this, maybe the walls will become obsolete. I'm not sure about that. Or maybe they got obsolete automatically in the modern era. So I have a few turns left to build walls in all my cities. I'm not sure that I will boost these. Which one is more important to get? Cristo Redentor, I think. Broadway. So let's start putting some. I mean, this is gonna be a long session, right? The civic session. Unless I push for mass media or conservation early. This is pretty good policy card. Plus 100% campus and industrial zone district adjacency bonus. Maybe I just push mass media, like a 9 turn. Yeah. So what we want to do now is we want to make sure we have get the balls in all our cities. Maybe it's already too late. Is it already too late to build walls? No, it's not. We can still build walls. But I think time is running out for that. So, yeah. Anyway, what policy cards do we choose now? It's gonna be a 9-turn session. So, and we have to build 2 field cannons in this session. And field cannons are boosted by this one. Industrial era and earlier melee, anti-cavalry and range units. Because this is industrial era tech. Yeah, field cannon is industrial era tech. Units. We could do that. So we first build like a maybe stock exchange or amphitheater. Stock exchange first. And gonna remove the retainers, I think, now. And put in this one. Grande Armée. Get rid of the skyscrapers, I think. I mean, this will help Big Ben, but I think we're gonna skip it anyway. It only affects like 2 cities right now. It affects 3 for 1 more turn, and it's gonna affect. So we're just building 1 wonder. It's not worth having. Oh, we're building a wonder here as well. In Dortmund, Venetian Arsenal, which is a great wonder, but do we want to build builders now? Magdeburg. He has stock exchange to build. Yeah, we're gonna build builders in Magdeburg. So we have builders, and we're gonna remove retainers. Amenities is loosening up now, and in a few turns we will capture Philadelphia, and then the war will be over, and all our amenity problems will be over. So I could get rid of liberalism as well, maybe. Do I keep it? I mean, it gives me like almost 1 per city. Not the fresh cities. So maybe like 80% of my cities are affected by liberalism. I mean, what else would I choose? Is it skyscrapers? Is that more? Is that better? Or rationalism? This makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe liberalism is stronger overall. I only have like maybe like 3 campuses or something in my empire. I think most of my science still comes from just population. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this actually. I'm really starving for economic policy cards, it feels like. Okay, go with this. So focus now is walls, those guns, the two field cannons, workers, and yeah, that's it. So we build workers here. I always say workers, but they're actually builders. Stock exchange. I mean, can we get a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal? This is breathtaking appeal. +6. Let's look at that. Appeal. Appeal. So breathtaking appeal is 6. Neighborhood gives 6 housing. So if a neighborhood gives 6 housing, it's gonna be breathtaking. And we have like one of these conservation civic is to build a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal. But the question is then, like, how much does Frankfurt really need a neighborhood? It's gonna lose a lot of production, 5 production, and that's 5 base production. It's amplified by all the bonuses that it gets. We want neighborhoods in like large cities. What if we can build a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal up in the tundra? Let's look at appeal again. It gives from natural wonders and city parks adjacency bonus. Holy site, theater square, entertainment complex, and yeah, those. Holy site, theater square. Well, I don't have holy sites. I have theater squares, entertainment complexes. So let's look for those. Mountain, coast, woods, and oasis. So coastal tiles. I have chopped most of my wood. I don't have that much mountain. River, lake gives appeal. Industrial zone reduces. Encampment, I don't have that much of those. Mines and quarries reduce. So we have a lake down here, right? What about this? Like here, around here. +6 there. I mean, Köln. How much housing do you have? He's not really in like none of my cities are short of housing. Here is breathtaking. So unless I'm building a wonder here, I mean Dortmund is gonna be a large city, right? It is already hampered by by housing. So maybe Dortmund after Venetian Arsenal is completed, I will. So I'm gonna chop this without Magnus and put a neighborhood here, in this spot. Or maybe that goes into mines. I mean both cities can take this spot. Dortmund is larger than Mainz though. Both kind of need. Yeah. What about this tile? Heidelberg. Neighborhood. +5. I mean, it gets reduced by these mines here, but I can change the mines into farmlands. If I want to. I can make a farm triangle here. On the hills. No, Ashen needs this for a mine, right? This needs to be a mine for Ashen. But I still can change one of these, like to, or both of them to farmland, and have a breathtaking appeal here. But why not make it here? I mean, this seems the most natural spot. Dortmund 62 production, Mainz 75 production. Which one has more potential to become large? Both. Which one has more? Like this gets how much base housing does each city have? Mainz has 3 like. Well, it has 11 right now. This has 13. I think Mainz is gonna be starving more for housing. So let's let Mainz build here. Breathtaking neighborhood. Okay, let's do that. So, where are we? Frankfurt. You build stock exchange then. Nürnberg. You build bank, right? Heidelberg. You make not neighborhood. Make university. Washington. Ancient walls. Or repair art museum. So maybe I want to clear some rainforests around here. I could let Heidelberg get Magnus and clear like this rainforest. Or let Mainz have Magnus for a while. He has a lot of stuff to clear. On the other hand, maybe I will just keep these rainforests here. I like the food too much. We'll see about that. Gonna move this guy down to Heidelberg. Yeah. Gonna move him here. Worker, you are on repair duty. And this is a mine spot. You sleep. So the barbarian is cleared from there. So do we still have the 20% production bonus? Yeah, we do. So we're not capturing the city yet. Oh, we can shoot this district. Get some more experience. You can't shoot it when it doesn't have any HP. So, well, you can shoot it, but you don't get experience for it. Okay, let's continue. We have the policy card set, right? Yeah. Perfect. Time is running out. See you in the next episode.